afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez, and this is Newsfeed on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. President Ferdinand Marcos presided over a situation briefing in Malacanang this morning, still on the effects of Super Typhoon Karina and the enhanced southwest monsoon. Yesterday, the Metro Manila Council declared a state of calamity in the NCR as it was one of the hardest hit by heavy rains and flash floods brought about by the Habagat. In this morning's briefing, DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan reported that his department has pre-positioned its assets in all regions affected for the response needed. As of today, Secretary Bonoan says only Cannon Road in the Cordillera region remains closed due to a series of landslides at the height of the typhoon. In Region 3, roads were closed due to flooding. However, Secretary Bonoan says floods are now receding and most of the roads may become passable before the day ends. For his part, President Marcos asked the briefing team to determine places in rescue stage and those in relief stage so that proper and specific response can be made by concerned government agencies.
This has to be a measured response. Simply because we cannot do anything otherwise. So, makasiguro tayo. I'm sorry, I was just asking for we're talking about what are the assistances that are needed. Right now, nakalagay lang dito is a standard per province, per city, per municipality. That's why I want us to be more, I'm not a great believer in the shotgun approach. We have to assess exactly what we need to do, and we'll go in so that we can go and do it.
A price freeze on basic goods is now in effect in Metro Manila following Karina's onslaught. Trade Secretary Fred Pascual says the price control will protect consumers from any unjust increases during this time of crisis. Covered are items like rice, corn, bread, fresh vegetables, and meat. Milk, coffee, oil, laundry soap, and essential medicines are also included. The price freeze will remain in effect while Metro Manila is under a state of calamity. Penalties will be imposed on violators. The Philippine Coast Guard has mobilized teams to deal with an oil spill off the coast of Limay in Bataan. The spill happened after a tanker carrying 1.4 million liters of industrial fuel capsized early Thursday morning at the height of the bad weather. That tanker was on its way to Iloilo. The Coast Guard says 16 of the 17 people on board have been rescued. Search operations have been launched for the missing crew member.
The Coast Guard responded to the distress call. In 35 minutes, Coast Guard was there. But in 5 minutes, the boat already capsized. We were able to rescue 16 out of 17 crew. One is missing.
Can we please add an instruction to the DNR to make already an assessment on the environmental impact of this? Basically, what we need to assess is where is the capsized vessel? The fuel that's being released, what are the tides, what are the winds, where is it headed, para maunahan na natin.
After the briefing at the palace, President Marcos went to conduct an ocular inspection in Valenzuela City, one of the heavily flooded areas due to torrential rains brought by Super Typhoon Karina and the enhanced southwest monsoon. Valenzuela is still submerged in floodwaters after the La Mesa Dam overflowed yesterday. Around 5,000 families in Valenzuela sought refuge in 68 evacuation sites. However, some of these sites had to be vacated for being flooded. Following the inspection, the president is set to lead the distribution of government aid and assistance to affected families at the Malanday National High School, which currently houses around 350 family evacuees. Philippine Airlines resumes normal operations today as Super Typhoon Karina leaves the Philippine area of responsibility. PAL spokesperson Cielo Villaluna says passengers affected by yesterday's flight cancellations have already been reaccommodated on the next available flights, either today or in the coming days. No further flight cancellations are expected. Operations of Cebu Pacific have yet to return to normal today. Cebu PAC canceled 258 flights since yesterday due to Karina, affecting 47,000 passengers. But the budget carrier says flights are expected to resume soon as the situation has improved.
Volunteering to go to the airport to help manage the queues and the crowd, and we're doing the best that we can to assist our passengers.
Let's now check the latest from PAGASA on Super Typhoon Karina. Joining us on the line is PAGASA weather specialist Samuel Duran. Samuel, good morning. So, kamusta na po? Where I understand si Typhoon Karina has left the Philippine area of responsibility this morning and has made landfall in Taiwan. So, is it largely the habagat that's affecting the country now?
Yes, ma'am. So far po si Karina sa further weekends po after landfalling in Taiwan area, and we are expecting still that habagat will bring most of the rains, especially here in Ilocos region, and then Zambales and Benguet, while moderate to heavy rains is expected over Pampanga, Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and some part of Abra and Bataan.
So until when will we see the effects of the habagat, and how much more rain should we see?
Yes, ma'am. We still expect 100 to 200 millimeters of rain over Ilocos region, Zambales and Benguet, while in Metro Manila and in Pampanga and Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and Abra, we expect 50 to 100 millimeter of rain. Although we expect by weekend, medyo hihina na po yung habagat, so most likely improving weather na po tayo by Saturday or Sunday.
And at least today, we're seeing that the rains have eased up a bit. So should we expect this same kind of weather at least until tomorrow?
Improving weather na po tayo no, so most parts of in some Metro Manila and southern part of Luzon, but we still expect here in the western section of Central Luzon and Ilocos region to expect heavy to intense rains because the habagat is shifting northward. Although in-expect na natin na maaring mag-further weekend pa itong si Karina, but the enhancement still of habagat may bring heavy to intense rains, especially in Ilocos region.
So you're saying the Ilocos region should still expect some rains. How intense will the rains be there, or how heavy?
Yes, opo. Sa Ilocos region, we are still expecting 100 to 200 millimeters of rain. So, yung 100 and 200 millimeters po yan, malakas, mataas yung chance na magkaroon ng flooded, lalong-lalo na kapag dire-diretso po na heavy to intense yung mga paulan natin dyan.
All right, Samuel, you said we expect the habagat to weaken this weekend. For large parts of the country, at least, should expect good weather.
Yes, although most likely, pagdating po ng weekend, yung shift po ng habagat is more on the north. So itong Central Luzon down to Southern Luzon, we are expecting good weather condition.
So does PAGASA see any weather disturbance that may affect the country in the next few days?
Yes, ma'am. So far, when we're looking at the satellite animation po, meron tayong mga cloud clusters na nasa east ng Mindanao. And if you look at some models in the internet, possible na may magkaroon ng next dito kay Karina. Although hindi pa po natin kino-confirm kasi posible din na yung mga cloud clusters ay hindi mag-develop into a low pressure area. So if ever magkaroon po ng mga updates, we will post it naman po sa ating Facebook, and we will announce it kung magkaroon tayo ng panibagong low pressure area po.
All right, thank you for the update. Samuel Duran, PAGASA Weather Specialist. Let's now check the current water levels of major dams. Most have not yet reached spilling levels as of PAGASA's record. 8 a.m. today. These include Angat, Ipo, La Mesa, Ambuklao, San Roque, Pantabangan, and Magat dams. Taiwan is now feeling the effects of Typhoon Gaimi, the weather disturbance known here as Typhoon Karina. Gaimi has disrupted many flights at a time when travelers are rushing to leave to avoid the bad weather. Work and school have also been suspended across Taiwan.
Originally, I'm from Puerto Rico, so since we are used to getting tropical storms and hurricanes all throughout the year, every year, and I know that if I don't get out right now, that means I'm going to be stuck in the city for at least 3 to 4 extra days. So I just prefer to get out even if it's more expensive because I'm going to spend that money anyways on staying here.
Japan's Ishigaki Island, which is located in the southwestern portion of the Okinawa prefecture, is also feeling Gaimi's effects. The typhoon has brought heavy rains and strong winds, and residents there have been told to stay indoors. Japan's meteorological agency also warns of possible floods and landslides. And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Stay tuned to Bilyonaryo News Channel for updates on the weather and the flood situation. Catch us on Free TV Channel 31 and also on our website, bnc.ph. Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.